How's it look now? Feel free to ask away about like stuff as well. There is also a link to recommended streamers and my Royal Road page. Oh, welcome in. Let's see. I'm just looking up some of my notes at the minute. So okay. Ooh, this is good music. There we go. I've also got typing as well. Finally, my typing noises. Bring this back on. just realized the timer went. So yeah, so I don't wait, how many did I actually do in that sprint? 185, that's not bad. Oh, actually that reminds me, I have open. Second book in the series. But yes, it is technically my first. Where is this? I am trying to find this documents. No, it's not that one. Nope. Do that. So now I can close that down. I swear I had a file to see what I'd been like a progress file. I don't know where that's gone. But yes, this is my first book of a series. You can actually access it on my Royal Road page if you look down beneath my About Me. So that would be my Royal Road page. And hold on. That was, I was overhearing my sister. It wasn't targeted at me. I've got headset on, that's why. But yeah, this is my debut stream. And if people have questions about this, as it says in my title, Q&A, I will answer any questions. How does desire to write a book start? It kind of comes from reading and watching stuff that you enjoy, but realizing that there's stuff that you'd rather be reading or looking at, and when you can't find it, you end up going, you know what, I'm just going to write it myself. That's kind of how that happens. Let's see. Yeah, so that's how that happens. Just gonna do that. Yeah, that was me. So that's my what I'm gonna consider my alt now. So I can. Wait, did I mod them? So I probably should have done this before stream. I'm just gonna check. Yeah, it's already a moderator. Writing takes a lot. That depends on the person, actually. But when it comes to writing, you can have all types of things. Like some people are planners, some people are pantsers, some people are in the middle called plantsers. Then you have the whole like fandoms, like for people who just like writing stories, like fan fictions. They like that sort of stuff. Then you get people like me who prefer writing like live chats and stuff. Yeah, so I guess it varies per person on the discipline level. So realized. If I go back. Yeah, that's. Yes, this one. Duplicates. My mum's just walked in, that's why that's happening. But yeah, so that's my opinion on that. I hope that's. Here we go. Why is it frozen? No, wait, that's probably why. Is that? Probably put OBS on this second monitor. It's not saying in the description. No, does not. So I'm actually going to avoid revealing that. Just for now, until like a dash in there. I literally just did some last second editing there, but I know my water's empty. So there's nothing in. Yeah. So I'm going to keep that the age until like I feel a bit more comfortable revealing that for this account. But I hope to do some stuff. I'm quickly just going to go on a break. Okay, that's cool. I think I've got a lurk command. I'm not sure unless that's on my one of my other accounts. Okay, that's cool. Just okay, nice. So I will be back shortly. Oh, let me refresh this. Refresh that. There we go. That's updated. For some reason, one of my Restream said that my streams were offline, and I had to refresh, and it wasn't. But I am quickly. Where's my copy that? And then duplicate. What? We'll be right back. I'm just gonna go grab a drink and some snack. I'm back. Ooh, I was only gone for 8 minutes. Blimey. So yeah. Excuse me, that was the snack. Let's pause that. Excuse me. Oh. Are you? Ooh, what's this? I've got a new option for closed captions. That's interesting. Don't know how on earth that works. Oh, my sister's calling me. Right, I'm going to end that. She needs to message me if she wants me to say anything. But yeah, so let's do another sprint. Stick this over here again. Actually, there we go. I can read that chat better now. So timer's still going, so that's Damn, that was quick. well, almost 400 words. Hello, welcome in. If I'm quiet, just let me know. What you writing? I'm writing this is my debut stream, and I am writing the final chapter of my second volume to my, series. That's cool. Oh, nice. Well done. You can actually find a finished one under my Royal Road account. Welcome in, Triangle Toll. I thought the sprint time was don't. That's perfectly all right. So if you check the stream title, and if you check my about page, you can see where my account is. Yes, you can. So I have updated the description of it because I don't want to delete it off the account. But because then that would lose the near 6,000 views on it. So yeah, there's a link down underneath. I still need to do my like stream panels and stuff. But at the minute, cool. So that is actually, believe it or not, my only finished MLP fanfiction that I've ever done. And over the past 3 years, I've kind of gone into original writing. I've transitioned from my previous account to this one, which is why I might appear new. So basically, I've graduated. So I need to go around and doing like a whole bunch of setups and stuff. So good luck reading that. Also, welcome in. I shall pause that. I don't have any... Bloody hell, I've got 10,000 drop frames. Still going quite decently though, which is good. Yeah, I've got... Well, speaking of timers, just swap over to this. And there goes the timer. So, fair enough, I write both fanfiction and original fiction. I'm just currently hyperfixating on MLP. Yeah. I struggled with the TV show because I don't quite understand them, but when I saw the Equestria girls, I was just kind of like, oh my god, I actually... If you refuse to show rating on the fiction page, when there are too few ratings, but doesn't show if showing it on the profile's fiction list. Huh. Didn't know that. There is also a project of mine I want to do, which is a website for writers, by writers, where you can also stream directly to it. And I'm working on a name, and I've kind of started a bit of dabbling in web dev on the side. And people can upload their works. There'd be a fanfiction specific page, there'd be an adult specific page, or system. But in majority of it is all like PG content only. And you'd have to be verified to stream as well. So that's a project. But I'm going to need help developing it because you could call it paper trail. Tempting. What was that? I had a working name for it. What was it? Word Walker. But then that kind of doesn't work. Then I thought about Restream or something like that. So oh, I thought I heard I was being called for dinner, but might have been a false flag. But yeah, so that's a project I want to work on. Also, welcome in everybody who have just tuned in. I would have done this stream earlier, but I got a bit of, what do you call it, the pre-stage fright, or whatever it's called. You know, like when you're like so anxious before something that it takes you longer to get into it. But welcome in. My nickname is TJ. Feel free to call me that. I'll put Paper Trail under the notes for it, if I can find those. Cold feet, yeah. I got a little bit of cold feet. That will probably be it. Stage fright is probably fine. Yeah, true. Ink Alley would be a cool name. These are some good ones. I'd love to work on this website, and I know someone who might be able to help in terms of like building the basic functions. But there's the whole streaming, the bookstore system, which I call it's literally called the personal bookstore, and you can name it however you want as well, and have like sections like an actual bookstore, but it's your own works. And the fan fiction section would be literally fanfiction dot website link, or fanfic dot website link. I'll put all these. I'm going to write these down actually on paper so I don't forget them. I don't know why I've got 2 random golf balls on my desk. That's something you wouldn't hear a streamer to say. Writing. Not retitting. Writing. I am writing by hand, so you won't hear me typing this. So ink. Ink Alley. What was it? Paper Trail. So yeah, so I've written those down from you guys, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so welcome in everybody. This is my debut stream. I am Thano J Veliste. Oh, thanks for the follow. Unfortunately, that is the only alert overlay I've got. And have I seriously just hit 20 followers already? That's insane. Paper Trail's gonna have so many puns attached. True. How do I find my goals again? The fudge of my goal. Where the fudge of my goals? Oh no, I did not want to. I almost clicked exit on OBS. This is why I need my goals to show up as a panel. Ah, there we go, found it. No, I don't want to watch a tutorial. Okay, right, where are my goals? Predictions. What the hell is predictions? Collapse community. I knew I've never seen you around these parts. Rising's one big village, and I know my entire time zone and occasional interlopers by name. Huh. That's cool. Where has... Do I need to edit or something? Where the hell is... I can't find where my goals are. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Nope, that isn't. That's rewards. Nope. Have they literally vanished off my... Where the hell do I edit goals? Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so I don't do it in mod view. This is really stupid of me to do this midstream. Manage goals. Why did that say that I completed it? That was weird. I got a pop-up saying I was 100%. Oh no, there it is, 75%. That's weird. I have never seen that pop up before. Okay, that's weird. I have never seen that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop focusing on that. So yeah, welcome in. Every moderately successful stream is just turned to a... Yeah, true. It just happened to be my first one on this one. And honestly, I might be doing one a week. I am not sure at that point. But with this one, I don't currently have an end screen. So there's not going to be an end screen for this stream today. So I'm going to need to edit that one. So I've written, wow, 700 words today. I've almost hit my session target today. Let's do... Got that timer going again. Oh, I've got 35 minutes to that. I could probably do one more sprint, actually. And because because my stream is a Q&A stream, I keep my mic open so people can like message and stuff. Level up your goal achievement. Okay, so automatically updates at the end of the stream. Okay, that's cool. Probably. Do I have space for this? Oh, no, that's Discord. I'll pop this in studio mode just for now. Browser, all this. Turn that off. Oops, I did not mean that. The other way around. I love how it actually kind of like works with the that. There we go. Actually, does it look better there? Looks much better there. Oops. There we go. I was just setting up the other things. My burnout pace is 6,500 words. Bloody hell, that's 3 times more than me. I am yet to learn my sustainable pace. That's a lot. You know what? Let's. I've got that all kind of like roughly set up now. I can't believe I've got 15 already. So let's go for a half-hour sprint and see what we can do from that. Also, I hope you like the name of the people who follow. I call them my little tools. I have to say, I do like what I've done for that one. Need to edit stuff more like this. Need to get into my writing skills. what's happening? Are you doing an overhaul or just continuing where you left off some years ago? No, I've been writing this for the past 3 to 4 years. This is actually the end of the second volume. So sorry for like not answering immediately. I was just focused on some notes I was taking, which is why you're not seeing anything updates on screen. Chill, no one's gonna bite you if you leave a message. See, so this is all a first draft. So the first volume I wrote in about a year, so it's obviously going to be rubbish. But this second volume, I've spent the past 2.5, almost 3 years writing. I can tell you exactly when I started that, actually. It was 3:02 in the afternoon on December 19th, 2021. That's when I started writing this. So it's pretty much a Christmas story, but not set in Christmas. It's a high fantasy one. You can, believe it or not, you can actually access it under my profile, down beneath my or alongside my About Me. So you can always go and check that out. There is actually, for the whoever said they were doing that MLP fanfiction, congrats on that, by the way. Sounds like you're going to have some fun with that one. I've actually got I think I've got a Christmas scene in my one. Not quite sure. But I definitely wrote a certain scene around Christmas. Well, kind of, a little bit, yeah. So it's got a tag of lit RPG, but only Reiki, the protagonist, has the lit RPG system. And because of that, there's a reason he has the lit RPG system compared to everyone else. And my iPad is not staying up, so I can stand. Bastard. This is a mature stream, so isn't the case in her. A lot of the lit RPGs I've seen, almost everyone has access to it, which is kind of annoying. Like, they can see each other's stats. In my one, nobody can see stats. There's no analysis. There's no, like, infinite inventory. That sort of thing. Maps will, like, not function correctly. They'll, like, fade over time like memory does. But that would be only for Reiki, because he gets like a mental mini-map that doesn't change size. So he kind of tries to use that, but over time it just doesn't, like, he doesn't remember where everything is. He's just kind of like, that's a rough guess, and he uses it as to kind of figure out what his local area is. There's so many different things with how my series is written. But if I know the first one doesn't like read well for the first. Well, the first volume doesn't read well for the first like 3 or 4 chapters. But I really just wanted to get the story out there, and it's going to be edited before I do self-publish it. But I can hear myself. I'm turning my iPad down. Despite how prominent the genre is in Royal Road, I only read a handful of big-time hits, Monolith RPGs. You'll like this then. My series is designed to jab, poke at, and subvert a lot of the tropes and cliches. So my protagonist does not get asked out by the princess. She's already in an engagement. My protagonist falls for the second girl that he ends up being around. Trauma is represented correctly rather than just being written over a single chapter. Volume 3 is he comes to terms with his trauma. So the next volume, he's going to have like this whole like arc of learning how different he is to known protagonists. And I've planned all the way up to volume 14, so I've got another 12 to go. And that was back when I first started writing it, and from what I've written so far, I've had to push some of the plot back, so there's actually 15 volumes now. Along with Janja, every trope in this RPG was already played straight, subverted, deconstructed, and reconstructed. Huh. That's interesting. I haven't found any works that do that. I've seen works that only play into the tropes and cliches. The only ones I see that subvert it are the Cooking in Another World one, and I think 2 other ones, which focus a bit more on romance. But a lot of them just have overpowered characters. Reiki is not. One thing I have noticed though is none of them have metahuman abilities in them. So nobody's mixed a kind of like someone obtaining metahuman powers in a world of magic. So I hope that my work stands out in that sense. I'm also currently playing with blue tag, which I probably shouldn't be doing during a sprint. This is just one of 6 projects I have, by the way. I think, DMLC, IBASIAW, yeah, I've got 6. I've got 6 works for this. There's actually a really nice one that I've read the manga for, which is a rom-com, because 3 of my works are rom-coms. With actually decent twists to them as well. So I've got 2 urban fantasies. One heavily focusing on like the science side of an urban fantasy, but there's a reason it's called an urban fantasy, because there's a fantasy element to it. There's, oh my God, I would spend an entire stream next time just talking about my works and seeing what people would be interested in. Holy gosh, done 15. The longest series I allowed myself to sketch out is 7 arcs start to finish. Blimey. Oh, do you like draw like comics and stuff? Because you said sketch out. I'm gonna get into writing now. I mean, the roughest outline possible. I don't just sit down and write. Oh yeah, I've got that as well. Literally, it is the roughest outline up to volume 40. I can probably show you actually. Okay, so this is my book Bible. Yeah, guess how many pages I've got for this book Bible? Because I can probably... Yeah, there we go. I've got one of 44 pages. Oh, it doesn't show up on... Does it? Yeah, it does. I've got a delay on my end. So this is my book Bible for this. So I've got like... This is how it started. It was just kind of like notes from Discord, notes from Twitch chats. This is a lovely person, by the way. These are people who've actually helped out with some of the things. There was something from that day which I forgot to put in. Yeah, so that was a cool mechanic I mentioned. Why did I write one oak? I can't remember what that meant. One of a kind, that's what that means. Then I had a... Writer Lee's a lovely person as well. Then down here... Oh yeah, Reiki's HUD is an electric green, which is part of his aura. It's 44 pages. So world notes, blah, 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 blah. Plot ideas, frantic fires. So these would be like little subplots, these ones. Reiki comes across a row of houses in the countryside near an unmarked village on fire. Probably from like a dry storm or something. So in this world, dry storms are a thing where you can get thunder and lightning but no rain. And because of that, if it's been a dry period and you get the thunder and clouds and stuff, or like the weather's warm enough, the rain doesn't fall until like the clouds moved on, but you still get the thunder and lightning. And the dry storm can like set off like a chain reaction. And that would, believe it or not, if I actually include that, that would be a foreshadowing for what happens later on. So I might put that in volume 5 or 6. But there's going to be a massive payoff with that. Because volume 8 is... that's going to be a whole massive plot twist. I have a very healthy stick that per 50k words in the work itself, I have a 10k word outline explaining why the plot goes, where it goes, and how everything ties together before counting any world building supplements. I'm gonna try and break that down in my head. Every 50,000 words, you've got 5 outlined segments. Oh, okay, so you don't do chapter beats. You just do narrative beats then. Oh yeah, this one, meeting mimics. This whole meeting mimics part was inspired by an anime. And because in my world, the world is stepping into the medical era, because the races are finally all getting along together. Because in the past, there was a tyrannical demon king, but there was a revolution. There was kind of like a revolution, or like kind of like a coup in a way. Back in the demon, in the demon's domain, as I'm going to call it, where demon kind took down their own tyrannical demon king because even they were getting oppressed. But unlike other works, the demons actually fight back against their own king, who was tyrannical. And the one who steps up is a much more is a much friendlier and compassionate demon, and they help to subjugate this wave of monsters that show up about 100 years after that event, and they're so glad that the event was triggered like that. Was, well, blah, blah, blah. But basically there's a bunch of history stuff, but this one was inspired by the mimic armor from Delicious in Dungeon. And so and then that was mixed in with D&D, where if because if some people read it correctly, you can get D&D mimics to live long enough that they gain sentience, and so they would, because they get smarter as they're left alone, the longer they're left alone. And so I kind of thought, ooh, how can I blend that into a mimic thing? I don't write stuff by chat. Yeah, I need to roll it an entire story arc and then slice it up into just the chat. So I do actually have like an old, yeah, in fact that is, because I re-uploaded all of this stuff. That's why. So that's that one. Housing advertisement. So I put this 150. Don't know if you can read that at all. If not, I can probably read it out. So if you've heard of Compare the Market, or as it first started, Compare the Meerkat, comparethemeerkat.com. Pulls. I've kind of referenced this guy called Sergey. So this would be Sergey's Home Sales. This was based on a writing prompt about enticing someone to visit your world. And I made this as kind of like a professional level advertisement for living in my book's reality. And it got a whole bunch of likes, I think, as well. So I'm really proud of that. I've just realized I've been rambling about the world building for like 5 minutes. So if you can't read that, I can probably read it out for you. Then I've got my animals. Oh god, the text is bigger than I expected. So there's pinnygigs, which are kind of like capybara-sized guinea pigs. Then we've got a petty goat, which is kind of like it's like a goat, but naturally recedes according to their current climate. They've got horns that are a mix of goat, reindeer, and moose, depending on the season. Gender is determined by color, deep maroon or male. By horn color. So that's one consistency. Yapping is the lifeblood of writing streams. Don't fight it. I monologue a lot in social situations. So I'm, as it says in my description, I'm neurodivergent. That's part of a habit I have. So that's going to happen, obviously. Then we've got my originals. This is an original creature that I came up with. I have not seen any other source of it online anywhere. It's a Vicarian. So that's how you would pronounce it, but I say it with an R. Vicarian. And this is a description from the book. So the sight of a four-armed, four-legged and four-eyed creature pulling a carriage immediately blew his mind. The creature had a muted sheen. It was really hard to describe the way its skin. It's kind of like a leathery look. Like it's shiny but muted. Like it's kind of halfway. Someone else has given me a better description for this, and I can't find that, chat. I'm gifted with the ability to spew out sentences that are so backwards that they send people I talk into a blue state. I do that to my parents a lot. The creature had a muted sheen to its skin. The mix of a dark turquoise shifted into a soft yet dark green, which was most vibrant around. So this is me describing this specific one. Vibrant around the base of the small spine blades that led from the top of the tail to the back of its head. So kind of like from where it connects to the body from the tail. And then its head was kind of like an alien, a bit like an alien horse head, but out the back of it, it's got like curled horns and stuff. I'm just going to leave the sprint timer like that. Then I really like this one. I've actually sketched this one. It's called a Nakoa. And I've actually got a picture of it on Discord somewhere. I go, yeah. Has... Oh my god, I can't believe I sent those pictures. It's been ages since I've seen those. Where is it? Where is it? I swear I sent them this. Oh, there it is. Copy link. Here you go. So this is hand drawn, and there no template used. I was just kind of like, I'm going to draw a cat. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give a cat with horns and wings. So this is a Nakoa, which is this creature here. So they have cute, short, stubby horns on their heads that are only half the size of your everyday household cat. I've written the notes down somewhere. I don't know where I've put them, but I've mentioned the color for the male and female horns. And I know the colors are down here, but I can't remember which way round it was. I've also noticed... Okay, I'm not going to mention that because they haven't shown up in chat yet. Depending on the element affinity, they can develop mana wings or biological wings to go with the element's indirect or direct flight abilities. So this is a winged Zephoid Nakoa. Nyoka. A Pegasus cat. It's Nykoa. It's to reference the name Neko, which is Japanese for cat. Because I love Japanese culture. It's so interesting to me. Yeah, yeah, I figured. You can kind of see how it says on the side there. Then in the background, you can kind of get a sense of scale between that and the box. So they're actually the size of a kitten. Then... where is it? It's not that one. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, so I saw a picture of, well, if I grab the other image, you'll see what I mean. So I found this on like YouTube. Yo, getting ready to end my stream. Talking by with the viewer. Oh yeah, sure. Raid through as much as you want. So I'm just currently going through like my world building right now. Feel free to like raid and everything. This will be my first raid on this channel. That's insane. So this, I saw this picture and it's like, it says up here, my girlfriend kept making fun of me during our walk because I wouldn't let go of this icicle I found. I have a feeling the boys will understand. I mean, look at that icicle. Thank you so much for the raid. Okay, that's funny, the way that it zooms in like that. I might have to shrink it a little so it looks like it actually fits on the screen. I actually might put it behind the overlay for this one. Might do that. But thank you for the raid, Captain Cartwright. My nickname is TJ. I am Thano J. Balliste. I am a high fantasy light novel writer. I love my fantasy and I love kind of like the Asian like light novel series and stuff, mainly the fantasy. I think the first Neko-derived name that comes to my mind is the glorious air superiority fighter Nekonyan. Yeah, it's a handoff. Yeah, the isekais. Rushy. But yeah, that's that one. And so I came up with the Isia Lansu, which is basically untranslated. That's what it is. When translated to English, it's Ice Lance. And it can be summoned using water and air magic. So it can literally be formed, but it has to be cast with anyone who have a unique ice affinity. So they would have to learn to create something like this. Kind of see how close it is to the original as well. Yeah, those rebirth rerolls are great concepts for plot fun. They are. This is why I love scouring the internet, because you get these random gems. I saw this when I was browsing, like, what is that? I think this was on Instagram. Descriptions, live trends. Might have been Instagram. And then I kind of like turned it into an actual weapon. So I'm pretty proud of that. Where am I? What's this? Oh no, that image is gone. Oh well. It's trying to find something. Oh my god, I've just found pictures of when I went to go and see the Minecraft movie. Where are these damn images? Jesus, I've written so much this year. I've written 20,000 words this year. What the hell? Back in April, a month after my birthday, and a day, I wrote 37,065 words. I think that was for my first book. Really? Was it? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Blimey, I've probably written about 80,000 words since I first started writing this as a series. Ooh, who followed? Thank you so much for the follow. Also, I hope you like that little thing that popped up. My longest chapter ever is like 6,500 words. Like that's insane to me. 6,598 words. That's almost 6.6. Gotta love that. Yes, I've pretty much been writing this in. This is going to be the first finished sequel I've ever written as well. How is it? I'm trying to find some stuff that I did. Oh, there's this anime that I like called something about a healer in the shadows, and this background character just screamed Sapphire Simona. So that's the kind of like the wolf girl. It's her character. It's her hair is the exact same as what I pictured for this character. Like no joke. So this is kind of like she's like a young teen there. In the anime, but I saw her and I was just like, I have to capture her. So I think, did I put her down here? Yes, I did. Here we go. Brilliant Healers, New Life in the Shadows. So this is like episode 107. So season 1, episode 7. I could not help but notice how similar she was to what I saw in my head. And so I had to save her. Yes, the not so bright one of the trio in that one. Sapphire's actually quite smart in my book. Because I want characters that feel like they've got depth. Close that down now. So I had to save that. Wait a second. Oh, damn, no, that's, bloody hell. So it was, yeah, I've written 20,000 words this year. Damn it. That's insane. Oh, yeah, true. I did a bunch of streams where I wrote about 2,000 words. In a day. One thing I noticed for any cosplayers is this girl had this really cool headband that had like very realistic ears, and I was just like, I've got to save that. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? The hilt is solid, but the magician forms the way. Oh, that's a good idea. I've just noticed it's just updated the from the aggressive Russian to Blade from Water. That's just shown up on my thing. It was blocked on the view. So that's going to stay up for 2 minutes. Until I cancel it. That should disappear in 2 minutes now. I really like that comment. Wait, oh no, it's done the wrong one. Unpin that one. It's this one I wanted to pin. I love that type of comment. But yeah, I hope you had a nice stream, Captain Cartwright. I meant to ask that earlier. What was that other world building? I'm trying to find the stuff. Okay. Ooh. Where is it? I jumped to this. So it's a prototype, and I can't show it on stream because it would just download the video. But I can show you a picture of an animation that I've been working on. So this was a prototype for a kind of like an intro to the series. So if my high fantasy ever got adapted into like an anime, this would be the animation. Actually, you know what? Can I actually show it on? I bet you I can. Copy a link to that. Ads. Would it be brown? Media source. Hey, welcome in. So this is the animation. So this is all hand drawn by me, by the way. This is the most recent version of it. So I don't know if you saw that, but that's... Let's play it again. So this is all hand drawn. Ah, raiding and running, fair enough. Have fun. Also, welcome in, Pure Path. So I have been reading. Oh, nice. I hope the reading's been going well. So yeah, this is, as you saw there, that was an animation that I made for my series. And I'm just going to pop that back onto this. So this series, this is a fun one. So there's a section here in a chapter called A Quota of Quests. And I decided to take it out because it made it too long. But and it would still take like a while. But I decided to come up with a chapter called Bonus Battle of the Bookery. Excuse me. And this is a chapter dedicated to expanding the world building. And it explains the backstory behind the local library and why it currently exists. So I've been reading Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds. Oh, my iPad just randomly fell. Glad I caught that. My phone just went off. Yeah, so then we've got Lady Banal, right? Biblioteca. Is that actually a biblioteca? R.I.P. first. It was oh, it was just a thing from a app I don't really use anymore. Why am I getting pings from stuff? I even have a message from Wattpad saying, take a study break, you deserve it. Brackets, no homework required. Chapter 2 is morbid. What? Are you talking about my one? Or something different? Oh, are you talking about the Hunger Games one? I'm gonna guess you're reading Hunger Games. Ooh, Mars is in the sky right now. That's cool. I've just realized my my profile image is exactly what the sky outside looks like now for me. It's the exact same colors. I'm not seeing that image. I'm looking at stuff I shouldn't be. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Where is OBS? There is OBS. So yeah, I don't have an end screen currently, so I'm just gonna be stuck on this for a little while. Thank you to everyone who've dropped by and stuff. Is it Sybil? To where is it? I swear I saw a raid button. Who can we go and raid? Oh, nice. Don't think I've heard of that one. I just know them as Hunger Games 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Let's not raid them. We could. Let me check their. They do not have pre-rolls. They've got 12 minutes. Oh, they do have pre-rolls. I'll just wait 20 seconds and then we can go and raid them. So thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. I wish I had an end screen, but I haven't added that yet. I hope like my UI looks really good to everyone. I did have a bit of help with that. But we are now going to go over and raid the writer's trope. So if I can. There we go. There we go, we're starting. Oh, what? I can't raid them. They must have a button that disables raiding when they're on a sprint. Let's see. So again, thank you to everyone tuning in. Next time I might talk more about the series while also writing it. I know someone we can go and raid out to. Yeah, there we go. Do that. Hope I read that right. Yep, I did. Oh, no way. That's... What? Like, why? There's no one to raid. What if I refresh it? Wordy. You wordy. That's really annoying for me. Right, let's see if we can... I can't raid anyone. Why? Is it a setting? Do I need to have a... Is something going on Twitch that I'm not aware of? Ooh, thank you. Why me? Oh, it might be because I need to follow them. But I already follow the writer's trope, so that's weird. I'm just probably going to have to end it here today, so thank you to everyone tuning in. I will catch you all on the next stream, whenever that may be. Hopefully on a Saturday or a Sunday. And oh my god, the clouds are pink outside now. They're so pretty. I do not have ADHD. I'm neurodivergent, but I don't have ADHD. But I will catch everyone on the flip sides, or I'll catch everyone on the next chapter, basically. That could be my outro, actually. I'll see you all in the next chapter. That's catchy. I'm going to use that. So good luck to everyone with your projects, and I will see you all next time.